navigational and weather update for you. And the ship's position at noontime today is latitude 21 degrees, 7 minutes north, and longitude 69 degrees, 17 minutes west. And we're currently following a northwesterly track of 305 degrees true in the Atlantic Ocean. The depth below the keel is over 5,400 meters, 17,700 feet, and we'll be continuing on this track for the rest of the day. And later this evening, from around 6 o'clock, we'll be passing approximately 40 nautical miles to the northeast of the Turks and Caicos archipelago, continuing northwest towards Florida and Port Everglades. Since our departure from St. Thomas, we've steamed a total distance of 304 nautical miles at an average speed of 17.1 knots. We are making good progress towards Port Everglades. We've got 675 nautical miles to run, and the speed required to get there on time the day after tomorrow is 16.3 knots. Well, the current weather conditions, we're experiencing east-southeasterly winds of 15 to 20 knots on the starboard side, moderate seas with an average moderate swell. We do have a stabiliser fin out to help steady the ship, and happy to see the clouds and rain of this morning have cleared somewhat, and it's currently partly cloudy but mostly sunny. This afternoon expecting much of the same. There is the chance of the odd rain shower, which we'll do our best to avoid for you. And the current air temperature 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, sea temperature a little bit warmer, 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow expected weather conditions, easterly winds again, a little bit less, 5 to 10 knots forecast, part cloudy skies, and air temperature tomorrow same as today, 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunset tonight at 3 minutes past 6, and sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:32. Well, a little bit of trivia for you today. You may have heard the term, or somebody said to you to pull your finger out, or in other words, to hurry up or get a move on. That originates on board a man of war ship in days gone by, when preparing cannons for firing. A small amount of gunpowder was poured into the vent hole at the rear of the barrel. This was in effect the ignition source for the main charge of gunpowder. In order to prevent this powder from blowing away in the breeze, the sailor delegated the task of placing his finger over the vent hole until such time as the gun was ready to be fired. When that time came, the gun captain requested the appointed sailor to pull his finger out, or in other words, get on with the job. Just to finish off the final quote today from Mark Twain. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you don't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from safe harbour, cash the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very pleasant afternoon and evening on this sunset. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the captain on the bridge, and the time is 12 o'clock noon. Well, very good afternoon, everyone. I do hope you're having a very pleasant morning and relaxing day at sea with us. Happy to see the weather's cooperating, and I hope you enjoy it. Our position at noontime today, latitude 24 degrees, 57 minutes north, and longitude 75 degrees, 17 minutes west. We're still following a northwesterly track of 302 degrees true in the North Atlantic Ocean with Eleuthera Island, part of the Bahamas archipelago, and home of our private resort, Princess Cays, some 45 nautical miles away on our port side. Depth below the keel, currently 4,500 metres, 4.5 kilometres, or 14,700 feet. We'll be continuing on this track for the next few hours, later this afternoon or this evening, around 5 or 6 o'clock this evening, entering the Northeast Providence Channel, and then following various westerly courses. A little bit later tonight, through the Northwest Providence Channel, and then the Straits of Florida, to make our final approaches to Port Everglades, where we expect to pick up the pilot at 4:45 tomorrow morning, enter through the main ship channel, then swing the ship around and back up to berth number 2 to be starboard side alongside around 5:40 tomorrow morning. It's a busy day in Port Everglades tomorrow with total of 6 cruise ships in, with the 3rd in the order of entry tomorrow morning. Well, since our departure from St. Thomas a couple of days ago, we've seen a total distance of 706 nautical miles at an average speed of 16.8 knots. And we have a distance of 273 nautical miles to run to Port Everglades and a speed required of 15.5 knots to make the pilot station, as I say, at 4:45 tomorrow morning. Well, the weather conditions, a very pleasant day, partly cloudy skies, but mostly sunny. We have got a northeasterly wind on the starboard side, around 15 to 25 knots. Slight seas and a short low swell. We do have one of the ship's stabiliser fins out, just keeping us steady as we can. And the current air temperature, 26 degrees Celsius, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Sea temperature, a little bit warmer, 29 degrees Celsius, 84 Fahrenheit. Well, tomorrow in Port Everglades, easterly winds around 10 to 15 knots, partly cloudy skies, and there is a possibility of passing showers, mostly in the afternoon. Temperatures tomorrow, 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, that's 71 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunset tonight at 6:21 and sunrise in the morning at 3 minutes past 7, so it will be dark as we make our entry into Port Everglades tomorrow. Please be reminded that tonight, overnight tonight, the ship's clocks will be put back 1 hour. As the ship's clocks will go back 1 hour overnight tonight to align us with the time in Florida at GMT minus 5 hours. Well, it was nice to see so many of you at my presentation this morning in the Princess Arena. If you are further interested in procedures on the bridge or in navigation, please join us this afternoon for our Navigation at Sea presentation. That's at 1:15 in Princess Live. Third Officer Davide, supported by Second Officer Alexandra, they'll be presenting that to you, as I say, Princess Live at 1:15 this afternoon, and we hope you thoroughly enjoy that. A little bit of trivia, as is normal, and you may have heard the term, or somebody may have said to you, to show or shake a leg, especially in the morning. That's to wake up, get out of bed, or become active. And that saying comes from the old days on naval ships when seamen were refused shore leave in case they deserted. Wives, or at least lady friends, were allowed on board Berth's ship and were permitted to lie in bed longer than the men. And in the morning, boatswain's mate had to check whoever was still asleep, and did so by requiring them to show a leg over the side of the hammock. And if the leg was hairy, it was presumably male, and its owner was ordered to get up and begin work. And after the abolition of this amiable custom in the 1840s, the expression continued to be used as a general injunction to get moving. Nautical quote for the day. This is from William Arthur Ward. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The realist adjusts the sails. So that's from William Arthur Ward. Well, my apologies if I'm disturbing you. I'm putting this broadcast through most areas of the ship, including staterooms today. And as it's such an early start tomorrow, I did want to take the opportunity now to say on behalf of myself and the entire ship's company, it's been a great pleasure hosting you on board this cruise. The majority of you will be leaving us tomorrow. Following your disembarkation, you will receive a link to complete an electronic survey. And your feedback is extremely important to us, and we certainly appreciate you taking the time to complete it. And the ship's crew work extremely hard, and it's been great to receive such positive feedback throughout the voyage regarding the warm welcome we received, along with the excellent service. And we do hope you've had a fantastic cruise and thoroughly enjoyed your time on board the beautiful Sun Princess, and that you'll be recommending us to your family and friends on your return home. And we look forward to hosting you or another on board one of the other Princess ships in the very near future. I'd also like to take the opportunity to wish all of you leaving us tomorrow very happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and best wishes for a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. And wherever your travels do take you tomorrow, we do wish you a very safe and pleasant journey. Now, having said all of this, the cruise by no means over. A great night of entertainment and dining lies ahead. We do have the festive sing-along in the piazza starting at 8:15 this evening. and we look forward to seeing you there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. I wish you a wonderful afternoon,